Good morning, my dear Liberians. I stopped by here this morning to speak to you about 2029 election. I realized that the roosters, the red roosters, are gathering the power and their demonized group for 2029. But I stopped by here this morning for a special message for Mr. Alexander Cummings. You know, the Constitution of Liberia gave every Liberian the right to run in the presidency if you qualify for the office of the presidency, even though the office of the presidency of Liberia has been compromised and demonized and abused over the decades. But I just stopped by here this morning to tell Mr. Cummings. Quite recently, I posted one of his past speech on my page. I supported Mr. Cummings because all of us well-meaning Liberians were looking for someone who have the international recognition and who have proven to the world to be honest and to be a real manager. So I endorsed Mr. Cummings, but when Bogart got in, I decided to say, okay, this old man Bogart has spent all his life as an honest man. So we need to give him a chance, especially when we saw the dynamics of the election with CDC trying to go back in power. So we supported old man Bogart up to now, still support him. But I came to caution us about 2029. We must start clipping the wings of the evil bats. We must start clipping the wings of the evil bats that I see flying over Liberia. Because if somebody gave a responsibility and you did not carry out that responsibility, it was worse. It created more death and pain. For that last 6 years that we experienced, it created death and pain. After the deadly war in our country, we came under in normal government, and death of permanent educated Liberians took place. And now we see the issue of 2029, everybody trooping. But I want to caution Mr. Cummings. If you have any aim of coming back in the election, I want to welcome you. Don't give up. I will tell you, there are people who know about the country, and I want to volunteer. Now, if you want to come back, Mr. Cummings, for 2029, I will be more than willing to become your campaign manager because I got Liberia in the palm of my hand. I know what to do. The biggest problem that people have about you was that nobody knows Mr. Cummings and blah, 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 blah. Yes. But we know you as a Liberian, as an accomplished Liberian and a great manager for one of the biggest companies in the world. So, I would volunteer. Even you appoint me as manager, campaign manager, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a head of it, or the board of statisticians to develop a strategy based on the mentality of the majority of Liberians. And I know what to do for the people, for our indigenous people who are in the majority group to know you. We will introduce you. And if you want to, I'm in Canada. My name is Isaac Alexander Yoya. I just published this book. This is my second book. The first one was the Canadian Child Welfare System. I'm not just any ordinary person, and I just came out with my book with the eyewitness account of the Liberian Civil War. eyewitness account of the Liberian Civil War, emotion that followed after the war, and exposure of grievous evil, and my own personal stories in this book. So, Mr. Cummings, you can find a copy on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. My daughter, yeah, all of you people who follow me, get a copy of the book if you're Liberians. I did not publish it to get rich, but the publishers are selling it. They are the ones that are selling it. It's online. So, I've made a book as a social history so that the generation unborn will know what happened to the country. It's a small volume, but powerful. And at the end of this book, I'm asking American and international community to take action. From now on to next year, all of what I recommend in the book, I will be pushing for it. And I'll have to pray to God. Pray for me for a voice, for people to listen to this book. So, Mr. Cummings, I have volunteered. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on YouTube, listen to what I say. I'm not just I'll volunteer because I am interested in someone good who knows what they're doing to take over from Open Boakai 2029. My daughter's with you, my spiritual daughter's with you, and so many other people, but there are things. A young generation do not know a lot about the country. They are educated, but they don't have the real experience, and I am willing to tutor behind the scene, to tutor and develop a strategy that we need to introduce you to the Liberian people formally, and I am willing to volunteer to do that. So, Mr. Cummings, may God bless you. God bless all your team. I know you got a strong people, you got strong women behind you, and I believe in women leadership, and if that's what you're pushing for, you got my support for 2029, because we must clip the wings of the evil bats. I see them flying all over Liberia. And before 2029, all of them must be sent into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Thank you and have a blessed day. I'm in Canada. I'm online. You can contact me. Send your team if you want to. If this announcement, whoever knows Mr. Cummings, please let him listen to this video. Thank you and have a blessed day. May God bless you, Mr. Cummings. And again, I have sympathy for mother, for losing your mom. I know what the relationship between a boy and a mother, or is it like, I know mine. And thank you. Let God bless our country. 2029 must be the help for Liberia after Omen Boakai has started the process. And I pray God to help Omen Boakai take our country to the next level. And then, Mr. Cummings, you can come in and manage it and build it, and we all will put hands around to make Liberia strong again and rehabilitate. If we don't take those children from the street, there isn't a Liberia, and we need some people to do it. Thank you. Have a blessed day. God bless.